Thanks so much for tuning in to Everything is Messy, the podcast. If you enjoyed what you heard today, I would love to know. Just leave me a review on the app or website you're listening on. To learn more about myself, join the community, read my book, or shop the collection, visit everythingismessy.com. While you're there, be sure to sign up to receive my weekly newsletter so you get all my announcements first. For all the behind the scenes and day-to-day content, follow along on Instagram at Kellyanne Gorman Official and Everything is Messy Collection. Links are in the show notes. If you have a product, brand, story, or service you would like to share, send me a message on everythingismessy.com today. As always, thanks for listening, sharing, and reviewing. It truly means the world to me. Wishing you a happy, healthy, positive, and productive day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Everything is Messy is produced and syndicated under A Million Dreams Publishing. For more information on how you can launch your own book, podcast, or digital series, visit amilliondreamspublishing.com. Hello, and welcome back to a brand new show. This is episode 295, and today I want to share with you some small businesses. I've been shouting out small businesses every single week on an additional episode since mid-October, and we were almost to the end of the year, which is so insane. January 1st, 2022 will be my 300th episode, and I have a big announcement, so I cannot wait to share that. But in the meantime, I wanted to share some of the things that I'm currently obsessed with. And if I'm going to scroll any kind of content online, there's very specific topics on which I look for. There's one specific individual I have learned so much from, and I haven't even taken a course from her, although she has many, and I think she's even coming out with an app I saw the other day. Her name is Jen Smiley, and she goes by Wake Up and Read the Labels. If I'm going to consume content, I'm looking for brain health, inflammation, gut health, all of these things, right? I'm constantly trying to heal my body in a holistic way. And I'm learning a hell of a lot more about food from Wake Up and Read the Labels, aka Jen Smiley. You need to go follow her right now on Instagram, because if you have kids, oh my God, the amount of content and food she shares with you, that the ingredients, the chemicals, the dyes, all the shit we're putting into our body and into your kids' snacks, what is in there is just so wrong. And that's what I've learned from her. Even when it comes to dyes for kids with autism, I've done a lot of research on that myself because a friend of mine has an autistic child. So I always am like looking for more information on that to share with her. But when it comes to gluten-free, healthy food items, vegan food items, they're not healthy. And I've learned that from Jen Smiley. So I am constantly looking at labels myself. When I wrote my book, I was running around the millions. It took I think I went to 6 to 8 different markets when I wrote my book, looking at the ingredients because I was obsessed with getting it under $20 for each meal, which I did, by the way. With my mask on in the middle of the pandemic. I've said this so many times, but that's when I really started looking at labels. And then ironically, I came across Jen Smiley's Instagram, Wake Up and Read the Labels. I've learned so much about inflammation and chemicals and the shit that they're putting in our food, even when it's gluten-free and vegan, like I just mentioned. If you're shopping at Whole Foods and you think you're doing the best thing for your body, think again. Because if you look at the label, you will see she'll literally circle it. Like all of her Instagram stories are her inside the supermarkets, picking up healthy items like bread and other snacks that you think that are just grains and are good for your keto diet and blah, blah, blah. It's not. It's filled with processed shit that is making you so sick. One of the major things is sunflower oil. That is basically canola oil. Canola oil is disgusting. You cannot be eating that in your snacks. You can't be eating dyes. You can't be eating all these things. If we were in another country, and I know there's a lot of listeners that aren't in the States listening, your food, you're probably laughing right now because our food and skincare products and everything else has so much shit in it. It's unreal. And I was talking to a friend the other day, and I really want to do a show on this. And she was telling me about this Netflix documentary on the skincare and what they get at customs and how there's like basically rat poisoning and all this shit that's put in our makeup that we're putting on our face. And I'm dealing with health issues again. So now I went down like a rabbit hole of that. And I'm not ready to like watch that documentary just yet, but I will in the new year. But when it comes to food, if you are trying to heal your body and you think that you're doing things right, you really need to go follow her and educate yourself. She has programs, and just on her Instagram stories and reels alone, it's going to blow your mind. I'm going to message her this episode so that she knows like what an impact she's made on me, because from somebody that's done, been overdosed with chemo, been on all these prescription meds and trying to heal my body, thinking, okay, I'm intermittent fasting, I'm having my green juice, I'm meal prepping, I'm having these snacks, and half the shit I was eating was bad. And so now I'm really going hardcore with that, just like not even with the food, but like with the brain health, the gut health, the dental health, clean beauty. So I really want to invite guests on in the new year that are experts in these industries, and I'm just really intrigued by it, and I can see with my own health and my own body like what a difference it had made. So also thank you, Jen, because I've learned so much from you. It's not even funny. What else do I want to share with you? If you do have a small business, I invite you to go check out HoneyBook. If you use the code Everything is Messy, it's going to save you hundreds. I use it myself. If you're somebody that pays a lot of fees for, backing up your computer and your email and proposals and contracts and like all these little databases that you need, all these little programs and services you need to run your small business, HoneyBook actually has all of that. It's a one-stop shop. I tried it out a couple months ago. I'm obsessed with it. You know how organized I am and how obsessed I am with productivity. When it comes to those two, HoneyBook has it all. So check out honeybook.com. Use my code Everything is Messy. It will be linked in the show notes and it will save you hundreds of dollars. I want to really share the things that I love, the products, the brands, the services, so that you can save yourself some money before the end of the year, but also in the new year. So just go and check it out and see if it works for your business. Also, I have been posting about Super Coffee for over a year now, and I literally just got delivered the case of espressos I've been waiting for. So I cannot wait to try those. Right now, it's obviously the holiday season. I've been drinking the white chocolate peppermint, but what I did post today on my TikTok is my creamer cubes. I am a big fan of like not wasting food and using what you have. And I always make ice cubes with coffee, so it's double strength, but you don't need to do that with Super Coffee because it already is. So I stopped doing that. And then the creamer cubes, if you think it's going to go bad, you can turn it into cubes and then still put them in your coffee. Like when I'm traveling, I'm like, oh my God, I just opened this. And then I have a last minute trip. I turn it into cubes, creamer cubes. I do this with my herbs. I do this with my lemon, lime, my garlic, my ginger, and I end up putting them in my green juice and my smoothies, and it's a really good way to not waste stuff. Something else I've been doing is saving the ends of my veggies so I can start making more veggie broths. So I just started doing that last night, and I'm really excited to see how that next batch comes out, because when I had my colonoscopy, I made homemade veggie broth for the first time, and it was unbelievable. I put jalapeno in it. I'm not going to do that. That probably was a mistake only because of my colonoscopy, but I do love a little spice, so I do like the jalapeno in there. But I also wanted to share with you that from now until the end of the year, if you're looking for any business, LinkedIn, personal, or podcast development programs, everything I have within the Everything is Messy collection. This includes apparel, home, kitchen, office decor. It's all 20% off for you if you just use the code HOLIDAY20. There's codes right on the site as well. So go to everythingismessy.com. You can check all that out there. And lastly, today is the final day for my 12 days of Christmas holiday giveaways. I've partnered up with some of my favorite brands like Super Coffee, like the Copper Vessel, 3 to 60 minute sound baths, meditations. I have K-Bella Beauty. I have Asha Pops, which is a superfood plant-based snack. I said protein in a video, but I was wrong. They're so good. They're actually popped water lily seeds. I have coaching services and a lot of other treats. So if you're listening to this on Sunday, what day is today? December 12th, go ahead and enter. The link is in the show notes. And if it's past 12/12, go ahead and sign up for my newsletter anyway, because I have a lot in store for the new year. So get ahead of the game and do that now. And speaking of end of the year and new year, stay tuned for my next episode, because it's going to be exactly what you need to be doing right now to prepare for the new year. If you do have a small business, all my tips and tricks on the things that I do to close out a year and do it in a less stressful way. Every month I do things. So on the first of the month, I track stats, I track money, I track my money every day, but there's so many things. So I'm going to go in depth on the next episode, which will be episode 296, and share with you how I close out my months, my year, and start a new one. I'm still on the hunt for my new planner, which hopefully, fingers crossed, I will find today. And I also need my new 2022 year to glance for my wall, because I like to see everything in front of me so I can write down all my goals. But again, thanks to Jen Smiley and Wake Up and Read the Labels, because I've learned so much. Go follow her right now. You will be schooled on the healthy food that you're eating, especially if you are an oat milk lover, almond milk lover, any kind of coffee. I've been making mine for probably a year and a half, maybe even almost 2 years now, my homemade almond milk. My homemade oat milk, I just started making, I'd say like 3 or 4 months ago. The amount of chemicals and sugars and oils and everything in the food that is at our markets right now is like unbelievable. So go and get educated. And if you need more education, then I would say invest in her courses, because she's just phenomenal at what she does. And I'm so glad I found her. I don't even know. It's probably because my mic is on my Instagram. You know how that is. You talk about something and you get an ad pushed or a feed pushed to you. So I'm actually glad that this happened this time. But again, I just wanted to give her a huge shout out, and stay tuned for episode 296. I'm going to get you all organized in your business and your health, I should say health too, and house in this end of the year, and then get ready for a new year. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Make sure you sign up for my newsletter. I have a lot in store if you're missing the 12 Days of Christmas holiday giveaway. If you're not, I'm doing live stream on my TikTok tomorrow to announce all the winners. Have a great one. Thanks so much for tuning in to Everything is Messy, the podcast. If you enjoyed what you heard today, I would love to know. Just leave me a review on the app or website you're listening on. To learn more about myself, join the community, read my book, or shop the collection, visit everythingismessy.com. While you're there, be sure to sign up to receive my weekly newsletter so you get all my announcements first. For all the behind the scenes and day-to-day content, follow along on Instagram at Kellyanne Gorman Official and Everything is Messy Collection. Links are in the show notes. If you have a product, brand, story, or service you would like to share, send me a message on everythingismessy.com today. As always, thanks for listening, sharing, and reviewing. It truly means the world to me. Wishing you a happy, healthy, positive, and productive day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Everything is Messy is produced and syndicated under A Million Dreams Publishing. For more information on how you can launch your own book, podcast, or digital series, visit amilliondreamspublishing.com.